Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kaigan. Up here today, I thought I would sort of continue from yesterday's video. Logan, do you want a cup of tea or anything?
Yeah.
What do you want? Tea?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was a bit disappointed with yesterday's video, to be honest. So what I thought I'd do today is just sort of talk more about, sort of more in depth as to why I think, you know, this move and everything. I do apologise for my son in the background. It's just me and him this weekend. Yeah, thumbs up. Very nice. How much? Give me a sweet. No, you can't have the purple one. It's bad for you. So yeah, I thought I'd just continue. There's some ASMR for you. Ha. Skittles. Very big ones are quite nice actually. So yeah, basically, I thought I'd talk more in depth as to why I think this move, why it really happened, and some of the things that I'm quite happy about, and obviously some of the future plans. So I thought I'd start by saying, you know, me and my partner have had not the greatest couple of years. Our relationship's sort of been up and down for quite some time. And you know, they always say the old saying of, you don't really know someone until you live with them. I think, yeah, that is a very true statement, you know. And the thing is, you know, we've had a lot of stuff going on in our life, you know. Obviously what happened with my mum, that was a massive strain on things. You know, I was away for a good 5-6 months when that was happening. Of course, what happened, just, you know, and then obviously with the kids, you know, my son's got a lot of, I don't want to say problems, because, well, they are, but they're not. I don't really want to use that word. He's got a lot of issues that we're trying to deal with, and his school has been, I'm going to be honest with you, they're helpful, but at the same time, some of the things that they're doing are just really, really straining. Especially like this Monday, you know, I'm meant to be going back on Monday. I've now had to delay my train to the later train, and I didn't really want to do that. And then obviously, because my partner's gone away, I've now got to hope that she's back in time. I've got a contingency plan in place, whether just in case she isn't back by the time I've got to leave, which, you know, my neighbour's kind enough to say, you know, I don't mind watching Logan for you until Heather gets home, and I appreciate that. But the thing is, you know, our relationship's just been up and down, and one thing is this house where I'm at now, it's too small, you know. And I'm going to be honest with you, the council association, I won't name any names, but if you live in this area, I'm sure you probably know who they are. They are just so bad at doing their jobs. I can't fault the customer service, but the actual people to come out to do repairs are just terrible. Right, it's here, Logan. Be careful, because it's going to be very hot, so wait for it to cool down.
Okay.
I'll put it up here. You know, and every little thing that we tried to sort out, we were just waiting on them to come and sort out, and it's just such a nightmare. Really is, you know. You know, having the kids as well, again, like I said, we don't have a lot of support up here other than my partner's mum. You know, I can't fault her. She has been a big support for us, and even for my partner at the moment, you know, especially considering, you know, She has to work in the evening, so mum will come and have the kids. Right, Logan, just while I'm doing the video. And you know, there was a lot of factors that went into this move, and you know, we were a little bit worried how it's going to affect the kids, but you know, like my partner said, he's been brilliant for her. He's been great for me this past couple of days. Yeah, he's having some issues at school again, but again, some of this, I don't really want to go into too much about it, because some of it is just like you don't know the answers to it, you know, and it's really frustrating. But one of the things that I will say about this move, when I was there last week, it was kind of weird, because I was like, oh yeah, this is now my my house again. I'm living, like my dad said to his friend, you know, it seems like everyone's going backwards. Everyone was meant to move out, now they're moving back in. You know, I can't fault my dad. You know, he's done the honourable thing and sort of said, you know, yeah, always got a place here. And you know, my brothers, I can't fault him either, because technically the room that I'm staying in is his room. But he's never there that much. He don't sleep there. Again, it was weird, because I'm like, you know, now this is my life. I'm now here, and I've come up here this weekend, and now I sort of feel a little bit out of place here, because technically, yes, I've lived here for 7 years or so, and now I don't technically live here. And it's a weird situation to be in, guys. You know, the relationship, like I said, we've not split up or anything. We still, you know, say that we're in a relationship together. And like I said, you know, whether that will be the case next year, I don't know. We've already said that come Christmas time, we're going to spend Christmas together. That's the least we can do for the kids. And we'll go from there. And to be honest, I'm in two minds on what I want and what we don't want. But I've got a lot of things planned that I'm trying to sort out. Like, because while I was having a chat with one of his, the head teacher from his school yesterday, and like I said, I can't fault the actual staff there. They're quite good, and very supportive, and that. And you know, she was telling me, you know, is this a permanent thing? And I said, well, it is and it isn't. You know, I don't have any plans to move back into this house particularly anytime soon. But you know, if my partner found a bigger place, and got a new place in the new year or whatever, then maybe we'd look into it again, maybe sometime next year. We definitely need this time apart to really appreciate what we have. It's kind of awkward, because, you know, I don't want my partner to always be tied up with the kids, you know, all the time. I still want her to be able to enjoy her life and that. And I do feel like, you know, I've got the short end of, well, she's got the short end of the stick, because, you know, I'm sort of got that freedom back at my dad, you know, I've got no restraints, and, you know, I don't have to go, oh, yeah, I can't go out if I don't want to, or, you know, it's nice that I'm able to sort of sit there, and if I want to play games, I can play games, I can watch films, I can do that stuff. I'm still trying to stick to the same routine of going to bed at the same time and getting up early. It doesn't help. My back has been really playing up these past few weeks, and I think it's something to do with my brother's bed. It definitely needs a new one, so that's on the agenda to get a new bed, hopefully, possibly by the end of next week. If not, I've still got to sort some things out, you know, double check with him that it's okay, and you know, find out with my dad and that what we're going to do with the old one, and you know, get all of that sort of done. You know, I've got a few things that I want to do. I'm going to try and get started back at the gym, try and get myself in a better position, fitness wise. You know, I've sort of let myself go. I'm not exactly the fattest of person, being blunt about it. I do apologise if that's offensive to anyone, but I'm not. You know, I'm kind of a small geezer, as they say. Petite, one could say. I'm not exactly the skinniest, but I'm not. You know, I do want to sort of get myself back into feeling better about myself. I'd love to be able to learn to drive again. These are all things that I'm looking to try and do in the new year, once I know exactly what's going on between me and my partner. And like I said, you know, I think if it weren't for the fact that I had to go back on Monday, I would have actually sat down with her and said, come on, let's have another chat about this, and sort of see how things are, and that, you know. But yeah, it's a weird situation to be in, and I don't hate the situation. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't hate the situation. I'm actually quite enjoying, you know, the thing is, obviously, I'm sort of in two worlds because I know this area and I know the area back home. But back home, I've obviously got all the family around me, you know, so I can see my brothers on a daily basis. You know, I can go and see my aunt quite often, who's like a second mum to me, always has been. You know, I've got my mate Ryan. Of course, you've seen Ryan. He's been in my vlog videos. He's been around for a long time, man. I was looking at some of my old videos, and yeah, he was in some of the old ones as well. And that brings me to sort of like, you know, like I said, it's nice because we tried to go out a couple of days a week. We're going to go out Monday night for some food, and we tried to do a few things. You know, the thing is, because I was always getting criticised when I used to go down to my dad's, that, oh, you don't really spend a lot of time in the house, you know, you're always out with your mate. But my argument was, well, I don't have any social life when I was living here. You know, obviously the kids and my partner, you know, it was always like, that's it, that was our life. And, you know, like I said, I can't speak for my partner and what she's doing with her life and what she wants to do. That's on her, you know. If she decides that she wants to do something, I'm not going to sit here and tell her no, and vice versa, you know. I think we do need to have another chat at some point, possibly. I'm going to try and come up at the end of October, and then my son breaks up at the end of October, so I'm going to take him down to my dad's back home for the week. So we can, you know, he can spend some time with his cousin and take him trick-or-treating and stuff like that. Get him away from the house for a bit, trying to do things with him. But like I'm saying, you know, I do like going out and doing things in the evening. Don't get me wrong, you know, like I said, come 5 o'clock, it's normally, you know, I'll normally put my dinner in and I'll sit in the bedroom and watch a film or some, as you can see, I'm watching some wrestling right now. And yeah, it's nice. One thing I ain't going to complain about is that I do get time to play my games again. Like I said, I don't want it to seem like, oh, you just moved out so you could get away from the kids and that. That is not the case in any way. I'm not going to lie, there is a part of me that, like, you know, it's kind of like a massive weight is off my back. But I don't mean it in a horrible way. I'm sure if anyone has kids, they understand where I'm coming from. When you're away from them, it's nice, but then after a while, you do sort of miss them, of course you do. And as long as you've got that sense of connection to them, and today's technology, we have video calls and everything like that, so you can still see them without actually being there, which is great. But yeah, so my plans are, obviously, I'm going back Monday. I'm going to be literally getting to my dad's, getting back home, and then I'll literally be sitting down for about an hour or so, and then I'll be going out for some food down to the local pub, or public house, as one might say. And it is nice going down the pub, getting some food. I took me and my son went out to the pub last night and got some food. It wasn't perfect, but I didn't. You pay for what you get, basically. That's the thing with English pubs, you know, you pay for what you get, you know. Everyone seems to think, you know, you see it in all these, like, American shows and that, oh, these English pubs are all these high-end, you know, gentlemen, and it really isn't. It is nothing like that, man. It's just cheap food, cheap drinks, and just lads being lads, as they say. And even sometimes the women being lads, I guess. But yeah, like I said, you know, it's going well. Like I said, next week I've got one more commitment I need to do. On Tuesday I've got an assessment for something, so that's like my last commitment that I've got to sort out. And yeah, so hopefully everything's all set on that front, and things like that. So there are lots of pros into this, and said I do need to sit down with my partner and maybe have another chat and just say to her, I just need to make sure that everything's okay with you, you know. She said that everything's been fine and good. Oh, where's my fucking remote gone? You ain't sat on it, are ya? Yeah, you know, making sure everything's fine. Like I said, you know, she says the kids are all right and everything, so that's a good. And that, like I said, she's gone away this weekend. That's why I've come up. And you know, hopefully she's having a good time and taking a break from them. You know, she's got the baby, of course, but I digress. Oh, very nice indeed. But I digress, guys. You know, it definitely is a life change for sure. And to be honest, I'm happy with how things are at the moment. I do feel a little bit better in myself. And you know, definitely less stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, the dog does my head in. I don't know who's worse, the dog or the kids. Literally, anytime you have food, they're right by you. Literally, you can't make up their mind if they're sitting down, lying down, coming up, sitting down, back on the bed, up the stairs. Can't fucking win. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically a more in-depth version of what I was meant to say yesterday. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'll definitely try and do a video next week. I might do a little. I did go into town when I was down there, but I didn't really get anything. I didn't really have a proper look round, so I think I'm going to go into town possibly Thursday and have a little look around properly. I might even go to Basingstoke actually and have a proper look around and just enjoy, try and maybe get a few pickups. I mean, the only thing that I really picked up last week was a fire stick because I sold it before I moved down. So I got one back. You know, all the bedrooms set up, the TV set up in there. So I needed a fire stick for the other apps that aren't on there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little update video. I hope it gave a bit of a broader spectrum on the how things are going. Like I said, I'm still tired. My back's really hurting at the moment. It's not as bad now. And as always, guys, hope you comment, let me know what you've been up to and stuff. And as always, have a nice day, and I'll see you. I probably want to go back.